Welcome to Style Masterclass, the podcast that teaches women to look stylish and feel confident so that they can show up ready to conquer and slay no matter what size they are. I'm your host, Miss J. You ready? Hello. Welcome back to Style Masterclass podcast. This is a listener question and answer episode. I asked on Instagram for you all to send me the questions that you have. What is your biggest style struggle? And you responded in mass. So it actually might take 2 or 3 listener Q&A episodes to get through all the questions, but I'm going to sort of push together the ones that were the most common. Starting with, how do I get out of a style rut? First of all, I would love to know what you mean by a rut, because the definition of that is very different for a lot of women. I have some women who define a style rut as they're just not feeling good. So therefore, they're not showering. They're not getting dressed at all. They're in their jammies. What they go to bed in is what they wake up in, what they wear all day. And then they repeat it kind of like Groundhog's Day. So if you're in that kind of a rut, I want you to listen to the episode called the One Boob at a Time Protocol. And really, the essence of that episode is the idea that one step at a time. If you are really struggling with getting ready at all, even showering, and you're in that depressive state where hygiene and beauty and style seem so far removed from you, the idea is you put on your bra one boob at a time, your pants one leg at a time. You convince yourself in tiny, deliberate steps over time to get up and at least get showered and at least put on some fresh jammies. And when you've built up enough rapport with yourself that you can, in fact, do that nothing terrible will befall you if you follow through with that, then you can continue to up-level from there. Now, if style rut means to you that you're sort of wearing the same outfit uniform over and over again, and you're just not feeling it anymore, there's some easy ways to disrupt that kind of a style rut. 1, you can just swap out one of the items that you normally wear that you wear on repeat. So if you're wearing the same pair of jeans over and over again with the same top or the same kind of top with the same shoes, the same bag, all we have to do is change up one of those elements to sort of shake up that rut. We can swap out your handbag for the coveted one in the back of your closet that you think is too good for every day. Bust that sucker out. The good shoes that you only reserve for special occasions, bust those suckers out. Maybe it's time to not wear the same jeans over and over again or the same yoga pants. All we have to do is swap out the bottom. Maybe we keep the bottom because we love it, and maybe it's the only pair of bottoms that fit us right now. So we just wear it with a different top. All you have to do, if you're in like a uniform style rut, is to shake up that uniform a little bit, swap out one item. Number 2, if you're also in the rut where you're wearing the same things over and over and over and over and over again, maybe it's time to revisit whether or not the garments in your wardrobe fit your current lifestyle. If you had a closet, let's say, of 100 items and you only wear about 20 of them, likely it's because the 80% was wishful thinking, doesn't fit you anymore, or was part of a lifestyle that you no longer lead. You're no longer going to a corporate office. If you're mostly conducting work from home business now, if even you're still locked in and that's not even happening, like if you're going to be returning to the office, but the office dress code has changed dramatically from professional attire to business casual, whatever it may be, maybe that 80% that remains just doesn't currently fit your lifestyle. So it's time to revisit what your current lifestyle needs are, where you're working or if you're retired, whether you're caring for kids or if you're an empty nester now, whether you're going to be a ladypreneur, whether you're going to be zooming it up and now we need to address the top half Zoom attire. Like, what is your lifestyle needs? And then what outfits do you need to show up to the different parts and the different roles that you happen to play? It might be time to revisit that if you haven't revisited it in a long, long time. If you're only wearing about 20% or even less of your current wardrobe, it might be time to revisit what that 80% was for. And maybe those clothes have served their purpose. We can retire them and bring in clothes that actually currently serve our lifestyle. So I hope that will help kind of shake up your style rut depending on what you meant by that and where you're coming from. I got variations of that question, so that should cover a lot of different bases. Now, the second question that I got, or kind of questions that I got, had a lot to do with quote unquote age appropriate attire. And you may or may not know, maybe you're new to me. I don't believe in what I call bullshit fashion rules. Now, some of the bullshit fashion rules have to do with categorizing women and comparing their bodies to fruit or elementary school shapes, which I think is barf. And if you want to learn more about my real disgust for that kind of whole methodology, you can go to judithgaton.com/style course and take my No BS Fashion Rules course to learn more about what I mean by that. There are plenty of amazing stylists who have crazy, amazing talent who use that categorization scheme and that paradigm. I don't. In fact, I believe that style is a reflection of your thoughts and your feelings about yourself, which means style, which is so incredibly personal, is independent of your age, your size, your weight, your shape, the color of your skin, the texture of your hair, how wrinkle-free or not your skin happens to be. Style is so incredibly personal. So your age doesn't matter. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, well, easy for you to say you're 30 something. Easy for you to say you don't have white hair. Easy for you to say you don't have my wrinkles. You don't have this. You don't have that. But I have my own ish. Every woman does. Independent of age, ask any woman and she can tell you all the things that she struggles with in terms of her body. Even women who are totally into, body neutrality and help support other women on their journey with their body image. You're a human. But I really want you to question, what do you mean? What do you think it means to be age appropriate? Is that something you even want to strive to be? Does age appropriate mean you have to have your hair at a certain length, your arms have to be covered, that you have to wear, a certain type of control panty wherever you go because you can't show a little bit of pooch that happened after menopause? Like, what does it mean to be age appropriate? And is that something you actually want to strive for as your style statement? Because the beautiful thing is you get to decide what your style is, just like everybody else. When people set fashion trends, they're just making it up. They're looking at, forecasting and maybe what people are kind of look like they're into, or what shows are on TV, what celebrities are doing what. But guess what? They're making it up. If they have that ability, so do you, my friend. So I really, all of you, anyone who says, what would be the style appropriate for someone who's age 51, 57, 65, 77? I got all kinds of age ranges from you all, which, by the way, I totally love that we have such a variety of ages and generations here, because that just speaks so much to my heart and all of the women that I want to reach. I want you to know I love you all. But what is that? What is this strive to be age appropriate? Now, a lot of us were handed this idea from our mothers and our grandmas, but your grandma's 57 is going to be nothing like your 57. Your great grandma's 47 is going to be nothing like your 47. There's been tremendous advancements in technology and beauty procedures and beauty regimens and skincare. Like, we know so much more than we did back in the day. We're living longer than we did back in the day. So if your idea of what is age appropriate style was handed to you from a generation, 2 generations before you, again, is that something you actually want to strive for? Or is it something you think you should strive for? Otherwise, you might be seen as someone who's dressing too, quote unquote, too young. Who does she think she is? What is she wearing? Blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Most of the time, those external voices that we think are going to occur are really just internalized voices that never happen externally. And the beauty is you don't have to agree with it. You get to question all of it. You get to rewrite all of it. You get to decide what is stylish for you at this stage and season of your life, independent of your age. I want you to think in terms of lifestyle. Here are the roles that I now play. Here are the things that I do, that I enjoy, that I love. What garments are going to support the lifestyle I'm creating for myself? Notice age didn't factor in there at all. So for all of you who ask me, what's age appropriate for fill in the blank age, I want you to know that's a terrible question. The question instead that I want you to ask yourself is, what is the lifestyle I'm creating that I want to lead, and what clothing will support that? Ask that question. And if you need some other questions to potentially ask yourself, you can check out my episode called The Fab 5 Questions. And these are questions to help get your style mojo going that have nothing to do with your age, your size, your weight, your shape, your skin color, hair texture, etc. I think I'm going to call it here because I think I've given you all plenty to chew on for this this episode of the listener Q&A. Stay tuned because I will be doing more of these series. Feel free to shoot me a message with your own question that you would like answered live or on the podcast. I want to let you know that if you are interested in learning more about what I do and my philosophy on style, you can go to judithgaton.com/style course. For now, Miss J out. Thank you for listening to today's episode. To learn more about how to work with me, go to judithgaton.com. Click on the Start Here button to get access to my free personal style class. I give you a quick style win, a confidence boost, and you walk away with the tools to start getting stylish. Who doesn't love that? See you there. Miss J out.